It says this in Matthew 5:11 and 12. It says, blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad. Really? Really? This is where we're going? It says, for your reward is great in heaven. So they persecuted the prophets who were in front of you. Man, that is awesome to be aligned with the prophets. But think about it first. Revile you. What does revile mean? Revile means this, dictionary. It says to criticize in an abusive or angrily insulting manner. Wow. This throw shade your direction. You guys know what I'm talking about? Make fun of you, say evil things about you, mock you. Man, I think about all this regime change that happens around the world. That's the people I think that people to revile is always like a political leader. It's an easy one to pinpoint for us because they get crowds of people coming out against them, right? Whenever the king in Thailand was doing some things, he had come and got the throne from his father. They loved his father. They weren't so keen of the prince. When he became the current king, man, people were in the streets. They were mad. Mad. But people were out in the streets burning flares because of you, they probably revile you. You know what I'm talking about? Unless they're doing this with the flare, like, yay. If they're not doing that, watch out. Take another route. You know what I'm talking about? Think about it, we were in Paris, you see the same thing. You were in Cairo, we see it happen whenever they had the regime change that happened in 2011, 2014. Millions of people flocked to the city, into the middle of the city just to go against the leader, to go against the president, and to get him out of that office. They had this venomous chant that they were doing. And they reviled him. And they think about all these people that will stand up and they will unify, like this one that you see here in Kolkata, in India, where they will come together and they're like, we're not going to stand for this anymore. We want change. They revile what's happening. But here's the thing. This is the Bible talking about it for you. And it's not whenever you did something that's worth being reviled for. It's whenever you haven't done anything. Instead, you've lived for Jesus. And they hate you because of that. It says this. It says, utter evil about you falsely. You ever had that happen? You ever had someone talk trash about you because you were a Christ follower? Yeah. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Maybe you're at work. Maybe you're at some other place. There's always these two girls, right? These two ones. They're always in the corner like, do you ladies work with these two girls, right? I know you do. These are the two girls that, you remember, they sit right, you know what I'm talking about. They sit right there. But girls, guys, whatever it is, like there are these people that are spreading that stuff about you because you live for Christ. Because you won't go out and get messed up. Because you won't go do these things. Or you won't live the way they want you to live. Because you don't make them feel okay about what they're doing and you live your life unto God. You're not shaming them. You're not saying anything against them. Just because they feel the Holy Spirit presence in you, they are convicted. And so they say mean things about you. My friend, do not respond with evil. Respond in grace and love. Respond in grace and love. So that when they persecute you, great is your reward. Because they did the same to the prophets. That, man, I think about the classic one. I know we have some ladies who are hairdressers in here, and that's not their style. But I think about all the ladies that talk about all the gossip that happens at a hairstylist. And it's like, man, that is probably true. Anybody? Nobody? There's like 5 hairstylists, and you better not say nothing about this. I have an aunt, I don't know how this is possible. She was like the one that knew all the information all the time about everybody. And she wasn't a gossip. She would just be like, she knew all the information. And I'm like, you don't even live in this state anymore. She's like, that's okay. Like she just knew all the info, man. She just had that connection. And I was thankful that she's not a gossip. Because if she was a gossip, she would be like the best gossip of all time. Because she had all the dirt. And I would just be like, oh, such and such. She's like, yeah, I've been praying for them. I'm like, wow. Wait, you already knew about that? She'd be like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. But think about the person that knows all that stuff, and then they just spread and smear that garbage around. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be you, would it? Sorry. Did I say that out loud? That wouldn't be me, would it? Man, let it not be us. Let it not be us. That's one of the things I hear the most whenever people outside of the church talk about church people. They take, oh, those people, they do this, and they're hypocrites because of this. And some of that is gossip. And some of that's just spreading news around. Man, let it not be us. Let us be different than that. Let us be set apart unto Christ.